Okay, welcome to Shareability Uganda e-learning. My name is Nelson Bitisamba. This is my telephone number and our email elearning@shareability.net. In today's video, we shall be able to look at what we call mixed fractions and the improper fractions. Okay. Last time we were able to look at fractions, looked at the behaviors and how we solve fractions, those of the same denominators and those of different denominators, and we looked out how we can find these fractions. That is basing on the numerators and the denominators. Okay. So in today we shall purposely look at what we call these mixed fractions. There's mixed fractions and the proper fractions and improper fractions. So we shall basically also look at changing these improper fractions to mixed fractions. When they talk about a mixed fraction, what do they mean? Here they simply mean fractions that are having whole number. Okay, fraction as whole. Okay, they mean fractions as what? Fractions as whole. Last time we were able to look at how do we define this whole. For example, if we have our fraction here, okay, if we have our fraction here, we can say this fraction is a what? Is a mixed fraction. Number one, it has a whole number, which is this. Okay, you can say this is our whole number, and this one is the numerator. Okay, and also this one is the denominator. Okay, so when they are talking about a mixed fraction, they are simply meaning a fraction that are mixed. It has a whole number, it has a numerator, it has a denominator. So all of it, we can say this is a what? This is a mixed fraction. So in our problem to solve, we shall be able to see how do we change this fraction to a proper fraction, or how do we change that fraction to improper fraction. Okay, let's have a look at how they deal with this and how the questions comes in. For example that have been given here, we have an example one. They are telling us to change 5 out of 2 to a mixed fraction. That means 5 out of 2 is what? Is a proper fraction. Okay, maybe to demonstrate it more here, we have said this is a whole number and this is a numerator, this is a denominator. When you are given a fraction of let me remove the whole number and it becomes 2 out of 3. Okay, so this is a proper what? A proper fraction. Okay, this is a proper what? A proper fraction. And we shall say this is an improper what? Improper fraction. So we shall say this one is not a mixed fraction because it doesn't have a whole number. Okay, so here, as we have been given this example, they are telling us to change 5 out of 2 to a mixed what? To a mixed fraction. How can we change this out of this? There are several methods that we can use. One is using the fractions that simply mean this one. Could we say the equivalence, or the fraction that or when added they come up with this. Okay, so as we have here 5 out of 2, okay, let me write it here, 5 out of 2 5 out of 2. We can use one method of using the same numbers that comes out of this, or we can use our division. Okay, our division, right? So let's try to use our division. We see how we can come up with our what? With our mixed fraction. Okay, so this will be equal to when we use our division, this is going to be 5. Okay, this is going to be 5 divided by 2. Okay, so in this fraction, remember, we want a what? We want a mixed fraction. So we shall deal more about the remainders. Does a lot of work. So when you say 5 divided by 2, the answer is you get 2 to remainder 1. Okay, you get 2 to remainder what? Remainder 1. Okay, we have our remainder here. We have our remainder 1. Okay, so we shall say 2 times 2, this is a 4. Okay, for us to get this remainder, we shall say 5 minus 4. Here we subtract, we shall be remaining the what? The 1. So this means that when you divide 5 by 2, they get 2 to remainder what? Remainder 1. So for us to change this into our mixed fraction or improper fraction, we shall be able to say that when you divide 5 by 2, our answer is going to be 2 2. Then we write this remainder of ours, which is 1 over 2. Okay, hope everyone is following. We are saying we shall be able to get our answer of 5 divided by 2. For us to get our mixed fraction, we shall divide 5 divided by 2. We shall get a 2, and 2 times 2 get a 4, then minus 5 minus 4. Okay, we shall be able to get 1. So this means this is our what? Our remainder. So here we deal more about the remainders. Okay, so we can see that we have got our remainder as a what? As a 1. So that means when you divide 5 by 2, we get a 2 remainder 1, and then you also divide it by what? By 2. Okay, so this is the same as getting this 1 divided by 2, but we shall not divide because we need a mixed what? A mixed fraction. So in simple term, this is how we can get our what? Our mixed fraction. Okay, let me give another example. Another example. Let me say what is 8 divided by 3? Okay, let me write it very well here. We have 8 divided by 3. Okay, if they tell you change 8 divided by 3 to a mixed what? To a mixed fraction. So here we shall be able to get our answers. Okay, we can use our same method, which is a division. We say 8 divided by 3. So when divide 8 divided by 3, what do we get? What do we get? Someone with an answer? Someone with an answer? Okay, we get a what? We get 2. Let's say 2. So when you say 2 times 3, we shall be able to get our what? Our 6. Okay. So here we can also do what? You shall subtract and say what is 8 minus 6. We shall remain with our 2. Okay. So this means this number cannot fit in what? In this. So that means there is a remainder which is a 2. So here we shall be able to say our mixed fraction or our improper fraction is the same as 2 remainder what? Remainder 2. But this 2 which is remaining is still going to be divided by our 3. Okay, so this is a mixed fraction that they wanted. Okay, in the other way around, you can also be told to change this into a proper what? A proper fraction. When they tell you to change this into a proper fraction, then for example, if you have been given a number, let me say 3 remainder 1 out of 4. Okay, I'm just giving this as an example. If they tell you to change this into a proper fraction like this, then here we shall be able to use many methods. We can use many methods, but the simplest one is to get a 4. You say 4 times 3 then plus 1. Okay, so here we can say, for us to get a proper fraction, you can say 4 times 3. Okay, then plus 1. Okay, plus 1. So all this shall be divided by 4. Okay, all this shall be divided by 4. So our answer here will be a proper what? A proper fraction. What is 4 times 3? The answer is 12. 12 plus 1, 13. Okay, so this means we are going to get our 13 out of 4. So we can see that this is a product, or is the result of this. It was a mixed fraction, but we have changed it to a proper fraction. So when you divide this by this, we shall be able to get this. Okay, so that is the way how they get a proper fraction and a mixed fraction. Let's go down to another example and we see how they deal with that. And now here we are going to deal with addition of what? Addition of mixed fractions. Okay, addition of mixed fraction with the same denominators. Addition of mixed fraction with the same denominators. So we can see here that this is a mixed fraction. We have a whole number here and we have this proper fraction, so it is mixed. We also have a whole number which is a 4 here, and a proper fraction which is 1 out of 3. So they want us to add these fractions. They want us to add these fractions. So we shall be looking at how they do get this mixed fraction. One, you can first change it to a proper fraction like here. Okay, you can first change it to a proper fraction in this way, or after changing it to a proper fraction like this, then you can be able to add them. Okay, so also you can be able to rearrange them. Okay, you rearrange these fractions. For example, here I have one whole number, 1 out of 3. Then you add, because they are saying add. Okay, add, then 4 out of 4 out of 3. So you can add this. You say this 1 plus 1 out of 3. Okay, it is going to be the same. And then you say 4, which is the whole number plus our fractions. Okay, then you bring these whole numbers. We have a 1 which is a whole number, and we have a 4 which is a whole number. Okay, so that means you can also be able to add our whole numbers alone and add our fractions alone. Okay, so we have a whole number 1 and a whole number 4. So you say 1 plus a 4. All these, they are picking this and they are picking this whole number. Then we have our fraction, which is 1 out of 3, and this is 1 out of 3. Remember here, when you are adding fractions, we said when they have the same denominators, we just add the numerators. So here we shall be having our whole numbers 1 plus a 4, which is a 5, and here they are coming up with a 2 out of 3 from adding a 1 plus a 2. Because they have the same denominators, they added the numerators, so it came up with 5 plus 2 out of this. So this means our answer here shall be equal to a 5 whole number 2 out of 3. Okay, so this is our answer, right? So similarly, we can also use another method. The other method we talked about, we can also use the other method we talked about. Here I've been given one whole number 1 out of 3, okay, then plus 4 whole number 1 out of 3. Here we can also still use another method, the one we used. We say 3 times 1, 3 times 1, we can say 3 times 1, okay, 3, which is the denominator, times the whole number, which is 1. Then also you can be able to add our numerator, which is 1. Okay, this is going to be out of our denominator 3. Okay, then you also add this. I'll have a whole number which is 4. So here we can be able to say what is 3 times 12, 3 times 4, we shall be have 3 times 4. 3 times 4 shall be able to come up with our, then here we shall be able to add our 1. Okay, all this will be by 3. So we shall say 3 times 1 plus 1 shall get our 4 plus our 4 out of 3, then plus our 12. What this 3 times 4, 12 plus 1 is going to be, okay, it's going to be 13. Okay, 3 times 4, it is 12. 12 plus 1, 13 out of 3. Okay, so you can see here we have been able to get our answer, 4 out of 3, then 13 out of this. So we shall be able to add and say this is what is 4 plus 13. 4 plus 13. Someone with an answer? This is going to be 17. Okay, here shall be having our 17 out of 3. Okay, 17 out of 3. So our answer is 17 out of 3. Remember, we used our method of getting a mixed fraction, so we can still change that one to a mixed fraction, which is 17 divided by 3. It is going to be like this. This is going to be 17 divided by 3. So when you say 17 divided by 3, we shall be able to get our what is 17 divided by 3? Someone with an answer? Okay, let's take 5. When you take a 5, we shall say, let's take 5. Okay, 5. We get 5. What is 5 times 3? We get 15. Okay, here we shall be able to get 15. So here we shall subtract and see the remainder. Okay, here we have what is 7 minus this? We have our 2 here. Okay, then here we have a 0. So that means when you divide 17 by 3, we get 5 remainder what? Remainder 2. So we said that we write our 5, okay, then our remainder, which is a 2, divided by 3. So purposely, this is how we can still get the same answer as they got it here. So you can be able to choose one of the methods that is best for you and is best to apply. Okay, all methods are right, and when you use them, they can be able to give you your correct answer. Okay, let's also look to another examples. Here is more about addition of fraction with the same what? The same denominator. Okay, so here they have given it in a word problem, which most people fail to understand. They can tell you and they give you this problem in statements, but they want you to pick what were they trying to mean. So you can see here they are saying James bought 6 out of 6 whole number, 1 out of 4 kilograms of meat. That was on Monday, and he also bought 7 whole number 3 out of 4 kilogram. That was on Tuesday. So they are asking you how many kilogram did he buy altogether. Okay, so you can see this is a fraction, this is a mixed fraction, and this is also a mixed what? A mixed fraction. So what you do here, they want to know how many kilogram did he buy altogether. When they say altogether, remember they are meaning addition. Okay, so you can use any method that is best fits for you. Then you can be able to come up with the what? With the right answer. Okay, so here we can say you first rearrange them. You say 6 out of 6 1 out of 4 is the same as 6 plus 1 out of 4. Okay, also 7 whole number 3 out of 4 is the same as 3 out of 4. So we arrange the whole numbers alone, okay, which is a 6 and a 7. Then also the fractions alone, which is 1 out of 4 and 3 out of 4. Okay, so bring the whole numbers together and also the fractions together. So we say add these whole numbers together, which is 13. And also when you add this, remember here we said in addition or subtraction, we can be able to see whether they have the same denominators. Okay, so when they have the same denominators, we just only add the numerators. So here they came up with 4 out of 4, which is the same as 1. So that means here we shall be able to come up with our 6 plus 7, which is 13. Then when you add out our 1 out of 4, which is the same as 1, we shall be able to come up with our answers 14 kilograms. Okay, so this is what we do when you are called or when you are told to solve a number that is in word problem. Okay, so for this I do say giving a recap on some other numbers. We can look for some others. Should we try another method of solving this? Okay, let's try. That is let's try it down. 6 1 out of 4, 6 1 out of 4. We have our 6, then 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 is read as a quarter. Okay, and this is 7 3 out of 4. I want to use another method and see whether we can come up with the same answer. Okay, so here we are going to say this is the same as what is 4 times 6? What is 4 times 6? This is the same as 6. We used our simple method here. Multiplication as a repeated addition. Okay, 6. What is 6 plus 6? 6 plus 6, 6 plus 6, that is 12. Also this 6 plus 6, that is 12. What is 12 plus 12? 12 plus 12, you get a 24. Okay, so that means when you say 4 times 6, you get a what? 24. Okay, 24 plus 1. Okay, here I shall be able to get all this out of 4. Good. So what is also 4 times 7? 4 times 7, we said from multiplication as a repeated addition, we write 7 4 times. Okay, we write 7 4 times because you are going to do this in a what? In a paper, and you have to have a recap on how you can multiply big numbers. Okay, so you said you write 7 for what? 4 times. So and you add them after. Okay, 7 plus 7, that is 14. What is 14 plus 7? 21. Then 21 plus 7, that is 28. So that means 4 times 7, you get our answer as what? As 28. So 28 plus 3, 28 plus 3 out of 4. Okay, so when you add here, we shall be able to get 25. 25 out of 4, then plus this is 30. What? 28 plus 3, shall be able to get our 31 out of 4. Okay, so here we shall be able to add. Remember here we said we shall be able to, when the denominators are the same, we just add the what? The numerators. So here we shall be able to get our what is 31 plus 25. 31 plus 25. In our simple addition, we said 25 plus 31. Then we add. Okay, so this is a 6. Okay, and this is a 5. So we are going to get our 50 what? 56 divide by 4. Okay, so that's how we can get our answer. That's how we can come up with our what? With our answer. But remember, we can change this into an improper fraction. Okay, should we change it? Yes, let's change it. This is what? This is 4. This is 50 what? 56. Okay, so this is, we are going to divide this number by 4. Okay, which number should we try? Which number should we try? Okay, you say what is 40. Okay, here we're going to try our 13. Okay, then you multiply by what? By 4. What is 13 times 4? Okay, 13 times 4. What is this? Becomes 12. 12. 4 times 3, it is 12. You write a 2. 4 times this. 5. We get a 4 times 1. We get a 5. Okay, plus 4 times 1, we get 4 plus 1 becomes 5. So that is 52. So our 52 here. Okay, we shall write our 52 here. Then we subtract this, remain with our 4 here. Okay, then here is going to be a 0. Okay, so that means here we shall be able to get our remainder as a 4. Then when you get our remainder as a 4, we shall be able to write and say when you divide 56 by 4, that means the answer is the answer is 13. Okay, there is some remainder, which is a 4. Okay, out of 4. Nice. So probably this could be our answer. Right, so you can see that is how they come up with our what, with our answer. Okay, so in simple terms, that's how we can solve numbers of the same kind. So for this video, I do say thank you very much for watching this video. Please be able to subscribe and check out on our playlist for you to be able to get the recent or the upcoming lessons. God bless you. Have a nice moment.